Hey guys, first of all, a huge mazel tov to Ben Magidish and Nilaya on their engagement this past week. We are so excited and we can't wait to celebrate with you guys, God willing, very, very soon. On a personal note, my family commemorated my grandfather's yahrzeit this past week. And he was a legend. He was a huge, greater than life individual. He was a very successful diamond merchant in London, England. And he was so well respected, and he was well known for giving charity, for giving tzedakah and giving advice, and always being there for another person. And he did it so humbly, so unassuming. He was a huge philanthropist, but you're not going to find his name on any plaques, any walls, any buildings. Just from the sheer amount of people he helped in their personal lives, he became so well known. When I was growing up and when I was in yeshiva, if somebody asked me my last name, I knew the reaction that was going to come. As soon as I said Vogel, they were going to be like, "Are you from London, England? Are you related to Bobby Vogel? You're his grandson. Whoa, he's such a special person." And obviously I enjoyed having that celebrity status, living on his coattails. But I can't say I truly appreciated just how amazing of a person he was until I got older, and just hearing the sheer amount of stories and just how he did it so unassuming, so humbly, so quietly. This is how he lived his life. In this week's Torah portion, it's Parshat Vayechi. This is the last Torah portion of the book of Genesis. We have the passing of Jacob. And the question is asked, why name it Vayechi, which means, and he lived? Seems kind of inappropriate, and definitely doesn't have anything to do with the Parsha. This is the passing of Jacob. And the Talmud addresses this question and says, Jacob never truly died. He lived on. It's true he passed away physically, but through the generations that followed, through his children and grandchildren and so on, his life exploded. From the 12 tribes came the entire Jewish nation. That's called living. That's called living on. Now each and every one of us has the potential to make a huge lasting impact on this world around us. We don't have to have a Wikipedia page about us. And you don't have to have the 12 tribes. By living our lives to its fullest potential, by making sure we live greater than ourselves, by thinking of others, by always taking an opportunity to help others, just by living our life, we can live our lives in a way where 14 years after my grandfather passed away, I still get the same reaction when I say my last name. That's called living on. Today, around the world, people are mentally turning the page on 2020, looking forward and hoping for a better year in 2021. But it's so important to remember that it's not the year on the calendar that matters. It's what each and every one of us do at that time. We all have the potential to be legendary. Shabbat Shalom.